welcome to my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and put on those post notifications to support my YouTube channel. Thank you so very much. So, we are in a gameplay of Alpaca World, and today we'll be playing, and it'll be very fun and adventurous. However, that's not the only thing that we're going to be doing. So, I am here today going to be explaining about all of those years that went on in my life, to put it in a simplified manner. So I believe the last time I spoke, I remember about my life being just my childhood was nice and everything like that, and I remember happy things, amazing things, and of course, like, we all have like those weird silly moments where something doesn't go as we thought or planned, or right away, or something bad happens. However, that is all okay. I will start off with probably when I remember having a birthday party at the age of 4 with my family, getting cake on my nose, like icing. That was fun. And let's see, and I've been to almost about like 10 schools, almost about 10. I'm just rounding it off because, like, why not? Because I've counted so long and I'm like, okay. And they were all nice for the most part. It's just I didn't really know how to socially, like, any social cues, socially be there when I'm like, okay. I was always a happy child, and I just loved everybody. Like, I just wanted to talk to everybody like a social butterfly, and I'm like, hi. I just really wanted to have friends. Like, I remember having friends that I used to give gifts to, and I'm like, okay. I don't know, the people, even when I was a child, like, friend-wise at school, didn't really see, like, my worth, because I guess I was always just giving this, giving that, like, fidget spinners, fidget cubes, gel pens, cool stuff that my mom had given me. And then my mom, when I came home from school, was like, what happened? Where's all your stuff? I'm like, yeah, that happened. So I'm just like, okay, buying my friends was not the answer to gain a genuine friendship. However, there was just one specific time where I did make a very true friend. I genuinely miss her to this day. I also had a neighborhood childhood friend that I'm gonna get to that. But we used to talk whenever, I just like happily just like ignored if people were like being mean and stuff to us. That was actually in my grammar school, not early grammar school. I guess I could fast forward to that point, because why not? Because basically I explained, and yeah. It was nice, it was happy, and I enjoyed their presence. And along with my childhood neighbor best friend, she was also very nice and kind to me as well, and very calm as well. But we did have our funny, silly, goofy moments as well, which I will also keep in memory, because it truly and genuinely meant a lot to me as well. I remember not being in school. So there was homeschool, and then there was also an activity that I started at 5 years old, the summer reading program at my local library, and it was awesome and amazing. And it was so fun, and they had so many activities, and I'm like, yes. And I remember every week that you'd read 10 books, you'd get a sticker and a prize from the Pirate's Chest. It was awesome. And even though it was like little Dollar Tree trinkets at the time, I'm just, like, as a child, I just loved it. Who doesn't want like a little trinket, So it was nice. I absolutely loved it. And I got to bring my childhood best friend along with her sister. Her sister was nice. I don't know. I used to love all three of us hanging out though, which was nice. I really leaned more towards my childhood best friend because I felt like they could understand me. Not ostracizing or anything like that. I mean, past is past and things happened. And you know what? It is okay. And I would like to say that I'm healed from that, which I am. Even though it happened long ago, nothing bad happened. Just like past memories that we're unable to change them. However, we could always reflect, and that's a very significant thing. So I remember that happened in summer reading program. I had this mad craziness of just like, I was like so hyper and happy that I was like bouncing off the walls like a ping pong ball machine. I'm like, and you know what? Crocheting actually helped me. It was from in the library. I used to go to crocheting and knitting with the elderly. It was very soothing and calming, and that's what kind of just calmed me down. And it was just amazing. I just felt like my brain was just like, wow, why does this help? It's so calm, and it's like at rest you could like finally like rest your nerves, and it was amazing, and I genuinely liked it. Especially I tried knitting as well, but I more leaned closer towards crocheting. However, I did take an interest in knitting, but preferred crochet as well. And I also genuinely liked art. Art and music were my favorite. Also, fun fact, I started talking before the age of 1. I was just a happy, bubbly baby. I just was. I'm still happy and bubbly. Just life, happens. And it's good. Good and bad times. I believe that like bad things are to teach us a lesson, like for us to reflect, not in a negative way. However, we have to strive towards looking towards the positive, because if we keep looking at the negative, obviously it's going to make us down. Obviously, if you're in a situation where you're like, nothing here is positive, try to find that one thing, like even the very breath and your eyes and just everything. Even if you like don't have something someone else doesn't, Like, obviously, don't envy them. Just try your best to look at the small things, because the small things and the details do count and they do matter. We take that lightly so very much nowadays. But like every speck of your skin is like something to think about. It's truly and significantly amazing. It really is. Genuinely. So, fast pace over to, I mentioned my school life. Basically wrapped it up in like a whole loaf sum. And so when I had to move out of my house, I was deeply sad. I had already lost my childhood school best friend, and because they moved out of school, and then I don't know, we were like writing to each other like pen pals back and forth. However, the letter stopped and that happened. However, I was now losing my childhood best friend. Like, we were literally neighbors, and I was not okay. I will say that. I won't lie to myself anymore about that. At the time, I was like, yeah, I'm okay, I'll be okay, but truly I wasn't. However, we were moving for a motive, a purpose, because you could only live so long in a house that it just doesn't house anymore. And another reason was my grandfather. This is where I'll be mentioning my grandparents more. I already lost my grandma on my mom's side. That like meant a lot to me. And now like my grandfather was getting sick as well, so my mom was taking after him, like a caretaker and stuff like that. It was nice because I got to see my grandfather more. Just the only downside was that I was gonna be away from my neighborhood childhood best friend. But however, it was okay. I was there living in my grandparents' house, grandparent, and I already just had one grandparent left on my mom's side, and then a few years later, or before the fact, my grandma, my other grandma from my dad's side, passed away. And I remember at an early age of like my toddler life, I remember like my grandfather on my dad's side passed away as well. So I only had like one grandfather left that like meant a lot to me. The moment he went on oxygen tube was when I knew that I only had a little bit but a short time with him. I did not take that well mentally. However, I tried to play it off, just smile it away, you know, all those thoughts and stuff. I just thought I could always suppress. But that is not good. Because crying is healthy, and the more you bury and shove stuff down, the more it's like you're having your tears in a jar, and you just save them for later, and then the jar starts to crack, and then kaplow. So and my kaplow basically happened at a few years later. However, before my grandfather died, we used to spend time with each other, go to ShopRite together, get Italian bread and chocolate chip cookies. He would mix his soda with ice cream. And we would also watch Tom and Jerry together, and like all like Looney Tunes, and just like those old cartoons, and Roadrunner, also my favorite as well, second to Tom and Jerry. It was nice while it lasted. He became basically my new best friend that I could confide into. I felt so relieved to have that safe space that I had with someone else, and I'm like, yo, this is my grandfather, and he was literally like my best friend, genuinely, and I loved him. So yeah, it really took a toll on me when that happened. I used to like genuinely tell him anything and everything, and we used to just talk. He used to give me advice, and I remember telling him like all my dreams, my goals and aspirations, like getting a driver's license, graduating from school, getting married. I basically did all of that. Just I wanted to tell him, and that I knew that I would accomplish something that he would know before he died. Yeah. Oh boy. So when he did, I fell into like a spiral leap of depression, of just like, I lost my only person that I could like confide into, like that'll like genuinely hear me and understand me and everything like that. And I was just scared, because then I'm like, I genuinely felt alone. It was a very dark moment in my life, because I'm like, who am I? What am I? Where am I? What am I doing? All of these questions, and I'm like, bro, what? So when I used to say I was fine, I really wasn't. However, it's just, I was just like, I'm fine. I'm all right. Like, in that year of my life, you would have not unless you were close with me and unless I trusted you, you would have not like wanted like this like dry response, because like the moment my grandfather died, because they knew some people knew my, like lots of people knew my grandma, and then knew that she was married to my grandpa, and I'm like, I was just taking pity from all over and everywhere, and I'm like, yo, you have got to be kidding me. I did not ask for just this. Like, I know you're sorry for me, but I'm like, nah, just please, no. And I just didn't want to think about it. So I'm like, hey, I wanted to go on my own journey of discovery, and I'm like trying to answer all these questions for myself without even me knowing what to do in the first place. And my social cues were okay. My vocabulary was very high. It still is. I have like some sort of just anxiety. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what I have like a name for this. I'm just trying to explain myself in the best way as possible, and hey, I'm just trying to be real as if I'm just talking or confiding. However, I didn't know how to feel, so I tried finding something that I thought would make me feel again. Like I tried like relationships when I was a teenager, and I went through this whole identity crisis, and I'm like, okay, what's happening to me? I was really genuinely confused with myself because all the who, what, why, where, whens were like trying to solve them myself. I thought I did. However, I was lost, confused even. And with the friends that I had back then, they were nice and they were trying to support in their own way, even though I was looking to humans like friends that were struggling on their own. And then years later, I'm like, okay, what am I doing? And I finally had that snap of reflection, because I'm like, what I was doing was like, I did not genuinely feel complete personally in my walk in life. And I'm like, okay. So I was just like, all right, I need to get myself back on the road again and like actually be serious for a moment. So I went to high school. I obviously got bullied there by some people, but that is whatever, and it's okay. I did have some friends. Some friends is better than none, because when I was younger, I told myself that I wish that I had 100 friends, like specifically 100 friends on the dot, and I'm like, and that number lessened over time, and I'm like, you know what? I just wish to have like a few close friends. And I'm like, it all made sense now, of course. And I was just like, okay, let's see what's next. I went to high school for 2 years. They were going to put me in for 3 years, but I'm like, nuh-uh. Because first I was in cyber school. And to be genuinely honest, cyber school really wasn't it for me. It just wasn't. I needed that one-on-one, physical, hands-on teaching, because I was just, it just wasn't working like the online stuff for me, because that wasn't my like learning specialty for me to be taught. So I went there. After I went there for 2 years, I graduated. They was gonna put me in for 3, but I'm like, I need to continue on to the next chapter of my life, and so I did. Of course, yes. Have I gotten hurt along the way? Has there been lots of struggles that I was able to override and achieve, because I'm like, okay, I need to do this. And when I set myself to that priority, I stand firm on it, and I'm like, okay, bet. And I just was like, all right. So that happened. I'm so very blessed, and I'm happy. I'm very, very extremely overjoyed that I finally got to achieve all the things that I was able to achieve in my life. And yeah, was there challenges along the way? However, yes, I was determined, and that is the thing that we all got to do in life. Be determined and keep on going, even if the challenge at that day seems challenging. It will pass. I guarantee it. It has passed for me, and of course there'll be many more like to happen, many more trials. However, it is all right, because that's what I believe. It is going to be all right, and I will believe that genuinely. Yeah, that's what I gotta say for my testimony. Other than that, this year, January, I had recently gotten married with the love of my life, and I have been very, very elated and overjoyed and happy and ecstatically happy. I just was like, yo, this actually happened. And we've been at it for a good year now that we've known each other, and it's been at least 4 months, yes. And I'm just so overjoyed. Like, all the struggles and trials and temptations that I went through happened for a reason, and all the hurt, I see it as it was a learning opportunity and an experience that if someone else is hurt just like me, like I see myself in a person and I'm like, okay, wow, they're going through the same thing that I did. What advice can I give them? That's what I ask myself. Like, what things could I guide them, show them, and tell them with the knowledge that I have, with the experience that I have, that they're able to grow because I grew from that. However, yes, did it hurt? Are my hurts valid? Yes, they genuinely are. However, eventually, I'm getting past the pain and the hurt, even though, yes, the pain is there. And I have forgiven the pain that has been caused. So of course, it's still valid. However, you gotta forgive, even though it hurts. It genuinely does. For me, it does. I still get slightly annoyed and agitated by it, but I want to be at the point where it just doesn't hurt me at all. So there you have it. My testimony in all that. And that's what happened in my life. And I'll wrap it up. If you ever need or want to talk or just reach out, I'm here. I'm here for anybody who wants to be genuine with me and real with me. I have set my priorities straight on that. So thank you so very much for listening and watching my gameplay. It was very nice to open up and share this finally, that I've been waiting for so long. So share with a friend if you feel like this is relatable, if you want to, like, if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want more content. And I'll always be here. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a blessed day.